I will now hypnotize you so that you'll be able to concentrate at any time. Focus. 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 Nah, I'm just kidding. Cue sick intro montage. What's going on, Masters? Nick here, and I hope that you have had a great start to your weekend, and I am so glad to see you here today. Today we're going over 5 brain hacks to boost your concentration. And don't worry, the FDA has approved these. If they're the type of person to approve this sort of thing, I'm not really for sure. It just kind of sounded cool, but I don't want to over dramatize these tips because they are definitely discovered, but they are nonetheless effective at helping you get more out of your time. And at the end of the day, that's essentially what productivity is, trying to get more out of your time so that you can get more work done. And honestly, I can't think of a better way to do that than by increasing your energy levels, because whenever you have more energy, you're more able to focus and it's easier to prevent yourself from procrastinating. So make sure you check out next week's video where I talk about how to maximize your energy. But on to the video. That's refreshing, but I have to ask, are you hydrated? When was the last time that you had some water? 10 minutes ago? Oh God, you need a glass of water. Here you go. All jokes aside, unless you are extremely thirsty, then water can be pretty boring and tasteless and super annoying to make sure that you get enough of it. But a not so fun fact, being dehydrated by just 2% worsens your concentration, reaction time, and short-term memory. Now, I'm not for sure exactly what 2% looks like. Some people say you need 8 cups of water, others say you need 12, and even more say you can just drink whenever you're thirsty. Personally, and I haven't tracked this religiously, but on days that I'm not really trying to get enough water, I can drink about 6 to 8 cups of water, and I've found that on days where I pay more attention to it and try and drink more, that my energy, soreness, and inflammation in my injuries is much better. And I haven't paid too much attention to my concentration, but I would assume that it affects it in a similar way. And I'm pretty sure that it depends on how big you are and how much water you need. Like, I'm 5'6"-ish, 150-ish, and I drink about 12 to 14 cups of water on a good day, which is 96 to 112 ounces. So I fill this off-brand Yeti up about 4 times because it's around 30 ounces. Sleep deprivation is directly linked to a plethora of cognitive problems, concentration being one of the prominent areas. In the Productivity Project, Chris Bailey talks about whenever you lose 1 hour of sleep, you lose 2 hours of productivity. This is because whenever you are tired, it requires a lot more effort to concentrate on all the information that you are needing to process. Now, I know what you're thinking. You'll just down a couple coffees and be on your way, or you don't even think that sleep deprivation affects you that much. And if you're one of those people, then go and do a little bit of research real quick, and then you can come on back. But for those of you that are gonna be down in a bunch of coffee, yes, it can restore some of your concentration, but it'll never get you back to normal levels, because whenever it comes to your concentration, sleep is king. So give the Sandman your hand, man. Whoa. Magic. Exercise improves your concentration because in the periods right after you exercise, you are much more alert. And like I said in my summary of Spark by John Ratey, exercise induces the growth of brain cells, strengthening executive function, which is responsible for concentration. Additionally, if you do an exercise like yoga or dance, then you'll naturally be improving your concentration, because while you are doing yoga or dance, I mean, not the dance I was doing because that was just kind of going YOLO with it, but with dance or with yoga, it requires concentration on what you are doing. Our brains can only sustain our concentration for so long before it begins to wane. If you work for so long that you end up getting on social media or doing something else unproductive, then you might beat yourself up for it, which can lead down a negative spiral. So by planning out your breaks, you help to boost your concentration and counteract any of those negative spirals. I would recommend getting some movement in it. I like going outside into nature of some sort, but all you really need to do is get out of your chair, whether that be doing yoga, stretching. Simply going for a 5-minute walk every hour or so can help improve your concentration and your well-being. Plus, whenever you take a break, you allow your brain the ability to go into the diffused mode of thinking, which allows it to leave the tunnel vision mode that it was in, so that it can continue to work what you're doing in the subconscious and think of many more creative solutions and ideas. Additionally, whenever you are trying to learn something, it can help to consolidate the information that you are learning, which frees up room in your working memory to concentrate on other things. Albert Einstein actually did this by taking naps, and whenever he woke up, he would write down everything that he thought of and dreamt of, because it allowed him to think of many ideas. Maintenance separation is whenever you delegate a specific amount of time. Oh my God, there is a lot of echo in here. We're going right out there. Okay, so as I was saying, maintenance separation is whenever you delegate a specific time to working on maintenance tasks instead of working on them during a time where you're trying to do something important that requires a lot of focus. Now, what are maintenance tasks, you might ask? Well, they are the things that you have to do on a consistent basis, and they don't really require much focus or energy, like washing Captain Jack over there, who seems to get pretty dirty even though all he does is sit on my desk, or cleaning around the house, or clearing out your email. The reason that you don't want to do this while you are working on something that's important is because it will break your focus and knock you out of the flow of that project, which will make it take so much longer. This is why you should create maintenance separation, either by having a specific day to work on maintenance tasks, like doing household chores on a Sunday, or having a specific block of time for maintenance tasks, like checking your email between 12 and 12:15. The main idea is just to delegate that time so that it does not interrupt your workflow. Now, I know what you're thinking, this doesn't really seem like a brain hack, but just kind of think about how often you allow yourself to be interrupted from your work. Learning how to manage this will dramatically boost your concentration. Well, those are the 5 brain hacks to help you boost your concentration. Like I said at the beginning, next week I'm going to be talking about how to maximize my energy, or your energy, so make sure that you check that out. If you enjoyed this video, then pound that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and have a great day.